Jabba the Hutt's skin. "Let's get this over with, all right?" she says, then walks across the empty street. "I do not approve of this behavior," Arcade seethes. She sits on the hood of the Dodge, staring at our target, the Piggly Wiggly across the street. Unlike Beck's, Arcade's stiff arms are not so emotional. They're more like angry uppercuts. There's no beating around the bush with her feelings. Right now, she's looking at me like I'm something on the bottom of her boot. "We've been through this 100 times, Arcade. We've got to eat," I explain, reaching into the back of the caravan for my water bottle. I eyeball it to make sure it's full, then slip it into my backpack. There is honor in hunger. If we starve to death before we get to Tempest, that would be disappointing. She grunts. "In the hunting grounds, my people threw thieves into the Black Chasm to feed the Leviathan." Leviathan? A mammoth beast as big as a ship with 1,000 teeth and a taste for brains, she says matter-of-factly. "Is there anything where you're from that's not gross?" She doesn't answer. Instead, she turns her disapproving gaze back toward the store. Out front is a sign featuring a cartoon pig with a big, "Come on in, folks," grin on his fat, pink face. I don't think he'd be smiling if he knew what I'm planning. "Stay in the car and try to stay out of sight," I beg her. Like Beck's, Arcade is a beauty, but there's something slightly non-human about her appearance that draws a lot of attention. "A daughter of Triton does not hide," she barks. There's no point in arguing with her, so I hurry to catch up with Beck's. I find her out front, peering through the store's big windows. A large "No Coasters" sign is taped to the glass. "He's perfect," she says. I take a peek. The cashier inside is watching a football game on a tiny TV set he's propped up on the counter. He's in his late 20s, chubby, balding, and pink, not unlike the pig on the sign. He's exactly what we hope for when we do this. Teenage boys are nervous as pigeons around Beck's. Same with the sad 40-year-olds we sometimes come across. The mid-20s guy is our sweet spot. He's trapped in a dead-end job, insecure about it, and desperate for some attention from a pretty girl. "Lyric, make me a promise," Bex asks as she reaches for the door. "Once you do your thing with the water bottle, turn off the magic mitten." "Why?" I say. I can hear the defensiveness in my voice. "You scared the guy in the last store." I laugh. "When the slushy machine blew up, I thought he was going to have a heart attack," I say. "It wasn't funny." She's dead serious. "Bex, he wasn't hurt. And besides, I need to practice for when we get to Tempest." She scowls and shakes her head. "Promise me you won't use it in here or I'm not going in," she says, and I can tell she means it. She takes her hand off the door, as if she might march right back to the car. "Okay," I say. I hide the glove behind my back. She nods a thank you, then steps into the frosty, over-air-conditioned shop. The bell tied to the door jingles a hello. I watch her approach the counter, suddenly wearing a smile she used to wear for me. She says something, bats her eyelashes, reaches out, and touches the cashier's arm, throwing out the bait. A grin stretches across his face as wide as the Rio Grande. "Reel 'em in, Bex." It's time for me to get to work.